Hello again, everyone. So this is a new update for the game. I've been working quite hard on a new feature. This is everything related to targeting. When you cast a spell that requires targets, you need to be able to select your targets, and I've kind of built up that system since I last showed you the spell slot system. This system works with the keyboard, it works with your mouse, it works with the gamepad. Like, I'm really happy with how it's turned out. Currently, when you cast a spell that requires a target, you now get this little crosshair, and you can, with your mouse, select using left click a target, and it will fire at that target with this particular spell, Magic Missile. You can also use the WASD keys or the gamepad to aim. I'm just going to grab the gamepad. Again, this is just moving with the thumbstick this time. I select my target, and it fires at it. Now, one of the issues is I need to play around with the collision boxes to make sure everything is selectable appropriately. That's just a collision channel issue at the moment. Very simple to fix, but I haven't got around to that yet. Obviously, a new spell has been prototyped, which I just showed you, Magic Missile. That's going to fire a projectile at the target, and it curves through the air slightly as it goes towards the target. I want the player to be able to kind of go around different obstacles that they may encounter when they are firing at their opponents, or say that you want to hit a target that's behind someone else. The curve is there to kind of help with that. Right now, it always curves to the right along the direction that it's traveling. I'm not sure if I'm going to make it curve to the left or the right, or if I'll make that a player option in the future, but it would be nice to see something like that. It may even be that later versions of the spell alternate between the left and the right side as you fire off a barrage of magic missiles. That could be really cool. I'm not sure about that yet. Future features for this is going to be, it's going to check that the range to the target is valid, and also the fact that there's no real visual indicator right now that you're targeting something that is a valid target, and two, within range. So I want to make it so that the crosshair changes color, and maybe I will kind of dim the crosshair when it's out of range, just to show that you can't cast the spell at a target out of range. Now, when that's going to come, that'll be later, because these are kind of UX things, and right now it's just trying to get the features in, and that's kind of how far along this feature's come. Like, it's very flexible. You could easily add multiple targets. If I had 2 targets, for example, we could fire off 2 missiles, and so on. I'm going to show that in a future video. I'm also working on what I'm going to do next, which is probably spell effects. So that's these self-contained effect objects that can apply effects to a character in this game, whether it's a player or an enemy, and then have it automatically clean itself up with garbage collection, etc. when it needs to. That's probably going to be in the next video, hopefully. I'm going to get some form of buff on the character that increases the amount of damage that they can do, and once I've done that, I'm in a really good place to start making some combat content. But before I can make content for combat, I'm going to need to make sure that my dialogue system is in place. That's probably the next big major feature after spells that I need to complete. And that's pretty much it.